All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus. Minnesota Vikings training camp is officially over. That's Minnesota Vikings training camp 2024 because the final night practice capped it off tonight. It's supposed to be a week ago, but they postponed it due to weather. It is now pushed to tonight, and it is concluded. It is over. We're going to talk about the news and nuggets that came out of that. Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, and comment. We're about 25 away from 12K. Definitely going to get there by opening day, hopefully very, very soon. So hit the subscribe button if you have not yet done that. Really, today, the big news is what happened before practice got started. And that's actually the majority of this news because it sounds like practice wasn't overly exciting tonight. But JJ McCarthy not participating due to knee soreness. This kind of came out of nowhere. KOC had a press conference prior to the start of practice where he brought this up and said JJ would not be participating. They're not sure when this happened during the game on Saturday. It sounds precautionary at this point. They're just holding him out to until they do further testing. Um, some reports on this seemed much more negative than when you actually watch the press conference and you hear KOC talk about it. He didn't seem that concerned, but maybe that's just him and his coach speak. But it sounds like if the tests don't go well, he may not go to Cleveland and participate in the joint practices or the preseason game next week, which would absolutely suck. Just because you see him make the progress he did against the Raiders, came back after throwing the interception, had the 2 touchdowns, looked the part, decisive in the pocket, stood tall in the pocket, delivered very catchable footballs, accurate balls. And he was supposed to start taking reps with the ones tonight at the practice, this week at Cleveland. You hate to see him lose that kind of opportunity. If this does lead to him being out for a little bit, you might as well kiss his chances of starting week one absolutely goodbye. He'll go down to zero because Sam Darnold will be getting the starting job because JJ McCarthy missing this big of a chunk. No Wayne Haley's going to start, but hopefully it's nothing. I was just thinking to myself too, like, hey, no one got hurt. No one was hurt during the preseason game, but apparently I shouldn't have even thought that because just hours later, this news drops. So again, hopefully this is nothing regarding JJ McCarthy. Hopefully this is the Vikings being overly cautious. But again, you hate to see it. You just hate to hear it and you hate to see it. But hopefully he is okay. The other big thing today, Stephon Gilmore visited. KLC talked about that at the press conference. Said they had a really, really nice visit, really good time together. But he left without a deal. So is this gonna be like a Dalton Reisner thing where they meet him during training camp mid August and don't sign until close to the start of the season? I don't know. Everybody wants Stephon Gilmore to just ink that deal already, get him on this team, but again, he probably doesn't want, probably not in a hurry to join the Vikings. I'm wondering if it'll be after this week's. They're going to Cleveland tomorrow. Seems like an odd time to join the team, so I wonder if it's maybe going to be announced when they come back next Sunday. Dallas Turner didn't participate tonight either. It sounds like it was just a day off for him. Again, when you have this joint practice, so this night practice, a day after, a day and a half, 2 days after having a preseason game, you probably don't need to go at it like you usually do. I think the guys just had shoulder pads and shorts on today, which I think prior joint practices they've actually gone full gear. So Dallas Turner sounds like he just had an off day, and again, he showed plenty on Saturday. No need to put him on the field and get him in any more danger. Some guys who didn't play on Saturday did suit up tonight. Aaron Jones, Jonathan Grenard, and Jerry Tillery all practice, so that is good to hear. Um, as far as highlights from the practice, there wasn't a ton. Van Ginkel picked up Sam Darnold early in the scrimmage, ran it back for a touchdown. The whole defense escorted him. That highlight is out there on Twitter. I think the Purple Persuasion has it up on their page. So that's cool. You can watch that. Hell of a play by Van Ginkel. Bad throw by Darnold, but he did come back. I think he hit Brandon Powell on a deep one after that. So Darnold bouncing back after a poor decision. Nick Mullins hit Trishan Jackson for a big gain at one point as well. But other than that, news has been pretty scarce to find at this point. Will Reichard did finish practice with about a 40-yard field goal. Of course, he was money in the bank. That's what he does. Then KLC, this was kind of interesting. After practice, we were at the night practice last year, and he kind of comes out and gives a speech after everything is said and done. And he said, basically guaranteed a victory. He went out there and he said, "We're going to go on the road in week one. We're going to get a victory. Come back here and take care of our business at US Bank. So was it like, did he mean to do it? Was it subconscious? Did it just slip out? I don't know. But KOC basically saying we're going to go on the road. He did say it, not basically say it. He said we're going to go on the road and get a win. So ballsy statement from KOC. Let's see if the Vikings do back that up week 1 at New York. So that is it. Minnesota Vikings training camp 2024 is over. Put a big old bow on that thing. Let me know in the comments anything else you guys found out about practice tonight, the news, the nuggets, and how you feel about JJ McCarthy's knee issue. Level of concern on that. Love to hear what you guys think about that. And also keep your skull in your hole.